Hello and welcome to this week's PlayStation chart show with me, DJ Ness. We will be showing off the top selling titles across the Sony platforms, and it kicks off at number 10 with the Final Fantasy VI collection for the PSP. Whilst we wait for the elusive return of the Final Fantasy VIII remake, because everyone really knows 7 doesn't cut the mustard, Squeenix forces another remake of a remake down our throats in the form of a sequel to a prequel that probably never escaped the clutches of feudal Japan. At 9 we have Driver for the PlayStation 3. Tanner returns to drive this franchise into a possible next-gen revival, all aground. Keeping the dream alive though, Ubisoft does manage to make a decent driver for the next-gen formats that doesn't put the user into a coma, or does it? The question is it really any good, or is it just another flatliner? In at 8 we have Final Fantasy Dissidia, a beat-em-up for the PSP featuring a whole slew of Final Fantasy characters ranging across the entire franchise. Now those forum fanboys can live their own Final Fantasy in the form of fighting with friends to find out which hero or heroine is the best. In my opinion, it's Squall. Skulking in at 7 is Deus Ex Human Revolution. We find ourselves seeing Adam Jensen fighting for a future of augmentations and corporate corruption. Or rather, we didn't, because we were invisible for the whole game. And that's the end of that, because that's what our lawyers have told us. The future's bright, the future's black and gold. Black and gold. Swinging in at 6 is Lego Pirates of the Caribbean. Yet another swashbuckling story told in Lego block form, now with a performance just as plastic and blocky as Keira Knightley's acting, only a little wider. Relive the entire saga as characters from the series in Lego's next step to take over the world. Roaning in at 5 is Dead Island. The illegitimate child of Dead Rising and Borderlands pits you in a vast island of shuffling undeadliness. Go MacGyver on the Horde with creative weapons and having free roam of the island. Items include knife wrench for kids. Crawling from Chernobyl at 4 is Resistance 3. The final in the platform exclusive series, Resistance 3 brings more brown to the screen than James Brown performing to a whole room of James Brown imitators wearing nothing but brown. Did I mention this game just loves the colour brown? In at 3 is the much awaited Ico and Shadow of the Colossus twin pack remade in HD for the PS3. It's been returned to us and revitalised in glorious HD. From solving puzzles to stabbing giants, the twin pack offers the classic games that have become iconic even to this day, although nothing's more iconic than me beating Guzzler on the Amstrad. Formula 1 2011 comes roaring in at 2. Codemasters brings us its second iteration of the ever-staling Formula 1 Championship. If you have an hour or more to waste on a full weekend for each race, then you might be onto a winner here in all fairness. However, if you crave an even more realistic approach like I do, jump online and crash into everyone. Then blame your pit crew. It's the Hamilton way. And unfortunately people, at number 1 it's FIFA 12. EA forever recycling the same engine with a fancy new do, including Wayne Rooney's new Barnet each year. EA gives us more ways to empty our wallets with the new and improved legalised gambling system called Ultimate Team. It also gives us the biggest football experience yet, minus the glamour girls, the wages and the copious amounts of... And that's it for this week's Sony Roundup before the lawyers show up again. I've been DJ Ness, and for the next week I'm going to be dodging bullets from EA. Take it easy.